This girl's name is Smiles, and believe it or not, this was the biggest highlight of our year in Cambodia. It was the day, nothing to do with medicine, it was the day the Frisbee we had ordered from the capital finally arrived. These kids in town had never seen a Frisbee, and they were amazed at how it flew through the air. You could do the thing where you throw it into the wind and it spins and comes right back at you. They were sure it was supernatural, and every time we brought it out, we'd have 5 kids and then 10 kids, and no exaggeration, within 20 minutes, we'd have 200 kids from the village chasing us. They were short, so you could throw it over their heads. And we used to empty the local school doing this, but then we got in trouble from the teachers, so we had to stop that. A notable thing happened. About a week after, some kids asked to borrow the Frisbee, and then they came back that afternoon and gave it back, and they were all smiles. They wouldn't tell us what was going on. Then the next day we saw another Frisbee in town, and then we saw a few more Frisbees. These resourceful kids had started smuggling Frisbees over from the Thai border, right? It became a common sighting. This Frisbee had permeated the ancient Khmer culture. And what does it mean? What does it mean for all the talented accountants and executives in this room? I think it's a simple point, really. And it does mean that every corner of our world is part of a melting pot, hastened by international travel and computing and trade and communication. And what I'm seeing in my travels all around the world is that there really is a rapidly emerging middle class of the world that has its own sameness to it, has a kind of internal consistency, and because there's so much borderlessness in the world, ideas and goods and healthcare and accounting practices, and yes, even these little plastic Frisbees diffuse worldwide almost effortlessly. And it was something in the way that those kids taught us, really, about going out and getting the Frisbee and doing whatever they needed to do to get their way. And we adopted a similar approach. We started dreaming up ideas, and we started thinking about distance medicine and this new thing, telemedicine. And we started to see that this was a potential godsend for this part of the world. And we used it to find a solution. What you do now with TB in the middle of nowhere is you take a sample, stain it, put it under the microscope, take a digital photo of it. Just email it to Paris or Montreal or anywhere you want and get a diagnosis immediately. Necessity drove this. And it's opened up a whole new world of opportunity for Médecins Sans Frontières as well as healthcare worldwide. And that was my very first exposure to telemedicine. And now it's a field I've been working in for the last decade. And the reason I'm telling you this is that this all started for me in Cambodia, right? I saw something there that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. A faraway global experience handed me an opportunity. I mean, truly, a war-torn, desperately poor, third world country showed me the future.